be open.
Okay, I
Yes.
closed it because I didn't know if I was allowed to have that
Oh.
open. So
Well,
after,
at least until the board's here, yeah.
and so after they came, I'm like, I don't know if we're allowed to have that open. So I closed, even if it wasn't.
Yeah, that was here. I gotta do the nameplates and I have to remember who everybody is. Carl Douglas Flanagan, he sits here. Can you help me with everybody that I forget? Carl Douglas Flanagan? He sits here, correct? I think he does there. Heiko's not here today.
I'm George McDonald.
Oh, you are. Gosh, dang it. And I didn't know who you are. It's yours.
I'm Mark.
Let's try the, are you Mark?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And who else? Where does Charles? There's two Charles.
He usually sits here.
He sits here, okay. And Jean?
Gene's usually at the other end.
Oh, that's not. So I thought Carl. Let's put him over.
Howdy. How you doing? I'm doing all right.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, I went racing out there with Goody, thank God it was enough there. Was it Arbise?
Yes, sir.
Heads up.
If he sits there, you can sit
I
here.
read all 53 pages of the contract.
Okay.
And
Is this you
there's
stuff?
some questions in there. You know, everything, once you start, they have 24 months.
We got four.
Build the building. Turn it over.
You need to be reaching out.
They were.
Each one of us, just remind them, look, we gotta make,
I got an email, did you?
Which is phase 2.
Correct.
we could,
I can guarantee you.
Yeah.
as you get closer,
And you know what? I just set it right there.
so that we could, they could know that there's a.
Carl is coming. And he usually sits in that, one of those chairs. If you wanna just leave him to sit on the chair there.
Okay, folks, we got just a little bit of a late start, but we'll go ahead and get started here in half a minute.
Sorry.
Okay.
Now I know, leave the door open.
Okay. See, last meeting we had 4 people, that was a quorum. Okay, we're good. Yeah, then you get a gavel, I guess you gotta be the actual chairman to get a gavel, okay? All right.
What am I going to get?
This thing is,
Did you read it?
oh, yeah. No,
I'll say that.
that's one of my old jobs. It was a contract, so I read them all. But that's what I just told Todd. I would ask.
Okay, yeah.
That's just the rest.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Aviation Advisory Board meeting. I'd like to call this to order, and if we may begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay. Roll call, please,
Okay.
starting with,
This gentleman. Oh, that's Jean? Oh, we thought you were gonna sit over there, Jean.
okay.
Okay, so we have Jean Davis, George McDonald,
Present?
Charlie Carr.
Charlie Carr,
Yeah.
and Doug Flanagan.
Right.
No, excuse me, Jean Davis.
Mark Klingel.
Sorry. This is bad.
Hey, I'm here.
Yes.
Okay, all right, thank you very much. We'll proceed then. Approval of minutes of the last meeting. Is there a motion to approve or any comments or corrections?
So moved.
Second.
Moved in a second, all in favor?
Aye.
So moved. At this time, we're now open to the public for anyone that wishes to address the board on any matter whatsoever. And please state your name and for the record.
Kyle Mansfield, Right Rudder Aviation. So I'm here on behalf of Right Rudder Aviation today. I was asked to stand up and just give an introduction, let you know that I'm here. So my name is Kyle Mansfield. I've been a resident of Citrus County my whole life, kind of a rarity, but graduated from Lecanto High School. And I work there as a certified flight instructor. So I'm here to represent their interests today. I've worked there for about 2 years now. I've been in aviation for 4. Biggest passions I have are training new pilots with safety to be the overall number one thing that they need to learn. Big passion to educate our youth and excite them and get them interested into aviation. I'm a Young Eagles Rallies pilot for that. I also work with Holly Herndon to try to get into the schools more often to, educate children and get them involved. And then to keep aviation available and as affordable as possible. And I was very encouraged last meeting I was here, and I saw a lot of those same sentiments, echoed by everyone here. So thank you guys for your service, and that's me. Thank you.
Okay. All right, thank you very much for your comments. Yes, sir. And likewise, your name for the record.
Hey there, I'm Jeff Rogers with the EAA Inverness. Happy New Year to you all. Just giving you an update, we've got another Young Eagles coming up on the 25th. This month. We've got, I think, 8 pilots already, so it should be a pretty good size event as well. And it's about it. We also have a display booth that we have set up at the downtown market, kind of for just aviation awareness as well as EAA activities. And of course, show off the Young Eagles that we've had in the past. We got a big display board with a lot of the photos and stuff of that as well. So, of course, the depot is the first and third Saturdays. Our meetings are on the third Saturday, so we'll be at the depot every first Saturday, hopefully from here on out. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Anyone else? Very well. We'll proceed to new business. I currently do not have any on the agenda already, so Todd, if there's anything that constitutes new, otherwise I'll move on to old business.
Nothing to note right now.
Very good. Okay, old business, power lines on West Penn Street.
All right, Duke is working on a schedule to install those marker balls. If you can imagine that from all the storm debris and hurricanes, they're still out cleaning a lot and fixing a lot of higher priorities than a few marker balls. But I am on a schedule. I'm just waiting on when that opens up so they can go out and put those marker balls that's south of 36 on Penn Street.
Okay, very good. Then Crystal River 119 GPS approach.
No new updates.
And then just to refresh my memory, where that was at, they were...
One of the projects is an aegis survey, and that needs to be completed to fix the 9 GPS approach 100%.
Okay, very well. Airport minimum standards, rules and regulations.
I had a great meeting with Alex Vaca, who you may remember from our last meeting. We developed the first draft. The ink hasn't dried yet, so as soon as I get that in hand, I'll be forwarding that to my attorney. We'll be discussing it, and then the next step after that will be presenting it to
us. Okay.
To you.
Would there be a chance we would see that at the next meeting?
No,
Okay.
but yes, we're scheduled for March.
March, very well. Okay. All right, thanks. Inverness Airport Fire Station.
All right. Design has already begun. Survey crew was out there last month. They were out there last month. And now we need to find out if, we're going to do a traffic study to determine whether or not that intersection of 41 in England needs a traffic light. That's the newest update from that.
Okay. Very well. Next on our agenda is hangar updates.
All right, Inverness has 16 hangars, 3 vacancies, and we have a list of 30 that are waiting.
Okay.
Crystal River has 20 T hangars, there's 1 vacancy. and 30 on the list that are waiting. Crystal River has 2 box hangars, 0 vacancies. We have a list of 5.
Todd, let me ask you a quick
Yes, sir.
question. Just because my background's real estate, when I see 3 vacancies and then we got 29 people waiting on vacancies, how does that match?
Well, we worked on a list of the waiting list, and we'll, until someone signs an actual lease, I can't really update this number because something could happen. So we already have people identified that are next on the waiting list to move into these hangars. So even though it says 3 vacancies, they're pending. Is I'm answering your question?
Yeah, so say they are committed to somebody or somebody's
Yes.
just in line to get them.
Yes, sir.
Which one?
No,
Committed or they're just in line to get one if,
they're committed. Well, first we make a phone call, and
Yes.
that's the first question we ask. Are you ready?
yeah,
Do you have an aircraft or all that? If they're not,
you go to the next one on the
we
list?
go to the next one on the list.
Okay.
Yep. So right now, we have people identified to move into these
How
vacancies.
much time do we allow from the time they're vacant until they're people in there paying for them?
Well, the reason why this has been a little bit longer was because we were developing a new hangar lease. And since that's been developed and approved, that template, now we're moving forward with people and getting these vacancies filled.
Okay.
So if you go back for months, you'll see why they keep vacancies out. We're not filling them in. That's the reason why.
Okay, all right, thanks for that explanation.
No problem.
All right, moving forward, Board of County Commissioners updates. On January 14th, to review and approve the ground lease template. The proposed lease, that was what was included in our agenda?
Correct, sir.
Okay. I'd like to do this in 2 steps. First, to ask if any board members have any comments or on the ground lease, and then I would also ask if there are any members of the public that had any comments on or concerns with the proposed ground lease. And first, I'm going to ask a really dumb question. Ground lease is what it says. It's not for a building. It's for an area.
You're renting a piece of property, on airport property, to
Okay.
build a structure.
Okay. And do we have anyone at present that is interested in renting a piece of property on the airport?
Yes. Oh, how many? Or, is that what you said, sir?
No, I'm just, when you get a chance, I'll talk.
Okay.
Oh, okay, very
Yeah,
good.
we do have people interested, absolutely.
Okay, sounds good.
My question goes back. In the ground lease, it says once they sign or get ready to sign the lease, you have 24 months in which to create and build your building and get it ready to be turned over to the county and go through. If it's at the Inverness Industrial Park, Phase 2 is supposed to hook from the industrial park to the airfield itself. Are we gonna be able to do that if we turn around and got somebody right now that wanted to build the building and put it in, and then say, okay, boom, but I've gotta be hooked up to the airport, that we can make that 24 months?
You're saying if right now somebody wanted to build and in 24 months that building's ready to go, but what's the potential of the taxiway actually?
That is correct.
Sure, the timing could be off, but I think that person would also have to know that there's construction going on, and as long as it's moving forward, if either you will or you will have access to that taxiway.
That could affect us getting clients or to take over or build the building in that area. If that's what they need, they may not want to start building a building or so until that gets done.
Well, the aviation side won't be done for at least a couple more years. I mean, maybe the end of 2027. So we can't really advertise. We can't, lease you any property yet. It's not developed. But if they want to go somewhere else on the airport, depending on what they want to do, then we can entertain that idea too.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other board members that have any comments on the proposed ground lease template? Hearing none, I would ask if there's any members of the public that would like to address that issue or had questions, perhaps. Well, hearing none, then, Todd, what would you like from us? Would you like us to, is this something you've added to the agenda, asking us to comment on it, vote on it, or just note it with no comment?
Just really a note, it's just to be transparent of what's going to the board, that just wanted to keep you guys informed.
Okay. All right, thanks very much for that. Seeing no board comments, no public comments, we'll go ahead and move on, or no further public or board comments on that matter. We'll move on to the next one. Okay, January 21st, nominate, this is Board of County Commissioner updates, nominate and appoint members TAB for February. So we have, that includes some reappointments as well as new people?
It does, there's two reappointments, Mark Klingel and Heiko,
Okay,
and then one position for a member at large, and we have 3 applicants.
okay.
You remind me who those are?
You want me to get those? Because I have that list. I just
It's
don't.
not that important. So
I can send it to you if you'd like.
it's in my backup.
Okay.
Sure. Actually, it's not till 21st, but it will be in my backup soon.
Would you like me to answer the question?
Nope, it's all good.
Okay.
Don't want to slow us down.
All right, thank you so much. All right, moving along. Crystal River Runway 927 extension.
All right. Our PO's been cut, and we're going to have a kickoff meeting with ICE and ESA as early as next week, but sometime before February 1st, and discuss the path forward on this EA and get this done.
Is there going to be a groundbreaking at some point?
For the runway extension, yes, ma'am, not for a couple more years, though.
Can't wait.
I was gonna
Neither can
say, that's been a dream for many years now.
What's the
40 years
PO
from my
for?
dad.
Yeah.
For the, maybe I didn't say it, it was for the environmental assessment, the phase 2 or formal EA.
Very well then. Moving along, fuel tanks replacement, Crystal River.
All right, we are at ITB was January 4th for the fuel tank replacement, and then the pre-bid meeting is January 14th. Looking forward to that. And if everything goes as smoothly, the deadline for questions is January 24th. Bid submittal and public open February 6th, and then it'll go to BOCC for March 11th for approval.
Excellent. That's another one that we've been very interested in. Okay, Crystal River AGIS survey.
I received the final grant from MFDOT. Our aviation attorney is still reviewing it. He's got a few things ahead of him, and when he gets to these, when I get that back from him, if there's no objections, then they'll go to the board to get approved.
Okay, and then, just for everyone's information, AGIS is the geographic obstruction,
Yeah, Airport Geographical Information System.
Okay.
And that survey just captures, obstructions around your airport and just a lot of highlights, things like that.
okay, very well. Inverness Business Park.
All right. Talked with SwiftMud. We got an extension on our permit for the DRA until middle of February. And, here we go. And right now, we should be starting to resod some of the swales out there, kind of fix up some of the issues that have been caused from the hurricanes. Once we clean that up, we'll just be waiting on SwiftMud for their inspection and grant us and make that DRA operational. We could start building.
Mhm.
So very soon.
Okay.
Phase 2, we had a meeting yesterday with our consultants, and we've got a path forward to start moving forward with phase 2. We still need to make a few edits, but we're getting there.
Okay, and then for the benefit of everyone here, phase 2 encompasses,
Phase 2 is is the taxiway that connects from Taxiway Alpha and goes into the business park.
Right.
A mill and pave of Airport Road. There'll be a sound wall to the east of that business park. And then, of course, developing the business park itself. Clearing and grubbing, things like that.
Okay. Thank you for that. Inverness, the corporate hangar.
Still, we're discussing lease terms and reviewing plans with a potential client. Our attorney does have the lease. I should be getting that very soon. Once I have that, it'll be passed off to that individual, and we'll be discussing terms. And we are at 30% design.
Okay. Inverness master plan.
Similar to the Aegis, we do have the grant from FDOT. Our aviation attorney is reviewing that, and then once he's done with that, it'll go to the board for approval.
Excellent, okay. And then, last on this, well, not last on this item, on this category, but Inverness AWAS replacement.
And that's the same thing. We have the grant from FDOT, aviation attorney is reviewing, and then the board will it'll be brought to them for approval.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Next item is minor project status reports.
I don't have any at this time.
Okay. Do we have any presentations at this time from anyone? Hearing none, we'll move on. Tower updates. I don't see Mr. Hockadell here.
No, there's nothing to note.
Yeah, okay, very well. Next item, airport security.
Nothing to note.
Okay. I'm going to take a little liberty and switch board communication and open to public around and open the meeting at this time, once again, to anyone that has any issues, comments, questions, or anything they'd like to bring before the board at this time. Well, hearing none, then, yes, sir, thank you.
Barry Simons, EAA Chapter 1674, present. A quick question I just had on the minimum standards. It was mentioned that probably like March. At what point would we be able to, our chapter be able to review over it? Would that be March, April timeframe, or?
That's a very good question, and I highly recommend you be here for March.
Okay, yeah,
And-
I'll be here. I just wanted, because some of our members can't make it here, and I'd like to be able to communicate that to them so that they have an option to review it too and be part of it, the ones that can't be here.
If you can't be here, I'm not saying that door will be closed,
Yeah.
but I would prepare that day to be long.
Okay, thank you.
Good to know. Okay, then moving slightly back then to, if there's anything that this board wishes to communicate to the Board of County Commissioners at this time. Hearing none, our next meeting will be February 8th at 2 p.m. this room, and open to accepting a motion to adjourn. Second, anyone?
Second.
Heard a motion and a second, all in favor? Aye. Meeting's adjourned, and thank you all for coming.
Hey, George,
It was fast.
Yeah.
I wish this thing's lying to me,